Whoa, whoa, whoa! We'll try it again. Welcome to another episode of the Taylor Complaints Comedy Podcast. Miro's Taylor Perez. Now my microphone is plugged in. Last time, old stupid was gonna do his 99th episode with no microphone plugged in. I did a mic check. It sounded weird. I was like, man, it's probably nothing. And then I looked at my little dot because I had to snort. So I hit the little button, did my snort, and then the snort. It's just a dad noise. You know what I mean? Don't make me. I'm not doing the snort for you guys. All right, I'm not doing it. But I mean, I'm sure I've done it on accident without muting my microphone, you know. But looking extra homeless today. We're just letting it grow out. We're just letting it grow out. I can't look any worse, okay? And I've been called a pick me. You just say stuff like that because you want compliments. I don't know how to take compliments. When you tell me anything complimentary whatsoever, other than I'm funny, it sounds like Ding dong, ching dong, dong dong, dang dong, shimmy dong, dong, like, oh, dong, 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 do chi, dong, dong. That's what I say. That's what I hear when you say that stuff to me. Cambodian. I don't, I don't know what dialect that was, but I'm just saying that's what it sounds like to me. I don't understand what you were saying. I wish I did. I should probably be smarter and learn the language you're speaking so that I can communicate with you, but I don't. I don't know what you're saying. And that's what I hear when I hear compliments. I don't have a good relationship with myself. With my penis, well, that's we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about that in a second. My grandma's in the hospital. Is this episode gonna be a bummer? Does that mean you're gonna bum us out? I hope not. I really, really hope not. I hope that I could share something personal without being a bum out. There was a sad episode like a year ago where a gay guy was getting bullied online, and that made me sad. And it made me contemplate the world that we live in, where like we're gonna bully gay people on the internet. I don't like it. I don't like that. We just, you know what I mean? Tell jokes about gay people, but don't fucking bully gay. There's a difference between joking and like fucking being a shithead to somebody. You know what I mean? I don't have to explain it to you. You know, this podcast is not mean spirited. It's ignorant. I like ignorance. I don't like mean spiritedness. My grandmother's in the hospital. She's 92 years old. She was the lady that I talked to you guys many, many times. Immigrated here, uh, 50, 60. You know what I mean? But immigrated here, got a job, Orange County, packing oranges. And then she went to go work for Century 21 as a real estate agent. Successful, owns her own home, pillar of the community. She had her, and it sounds like I'm eulogizing the woman. Here's the deal. Going to the hospital at 92, you only got a few of those. Not, I'm just, you only got a few of them. And, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. There's kidney problems, there's liver problems, there's cognitive. I want to say cognitive issues in respect to the situation that's going on. It's a little bit more gross than that. I just, you know what I mean. Old people problems we could probably deduce deuce. There you go. She got old people deuce. I I don't. She was an appropriate lady. I don't think she would like any of these jokes, but these jokes aren't for her. She'll never hear that. She's never heard this podcast a day in her life. This is for me. This is for me to go back and listen to and be like, I love you, Grandma. And I do love my grandma. And we hope for a full recovery. But I mean, my dad's got seven sisters. He's Mexican. These Mexicans, they don't stop reproducing. You'd think, oh, lunch break, they're just gonna go eat their food. They're fucking with no protection, and then somebody gets pregnant, and then we got more kids. That's how I have 50 cousins, and I have seven tias, aunts for you whites. I have to say tias because, like, I would get made fun of for saying aunt. Like, oh, I'm sorry, your aunt. You know, because my dad's the only dude in my family that married white. Every other lady in the family, she married someone in a wife beater with a bald head and a mustache. You know what I mean? There's nobody that didn't marry someone that looked like George Lopez in my family. I don't know why, but I love all my tias, my tios, my cousins, dude. I love them. I don't know all their names. It's weird. I don't think I'll ever learn all of my family members' names. There's too many of them. There are too many of them. Um, but yeah, my grandma, you know, She's doing well. I worry about my grandpa. Why am I not at my grandpa's house right now? Instead, I'm telling you guys on a podcast about where I should be. Let me clarify. There are a lot of members in this family. A lot. Like I don't know all of their names, but I've spent time with them extensively throughout the course of my life. 40 years, 39 years, rolling up on 40 in October. I They become overwhelmed. I try to see my grandma every month. I try to see her every month for this year. It's been my goal to go over there every single month. I plan on going over there. I want to pick a time that's appropriate. And like there's people doing shifts. There's so many of them. So the 8 kids that my grandma had, they're all doing shifts right now. There's 2 at the hospital, 3 at the hospital, 3 at my grandma's house, taking care of my grandpa because my grandpa, she sits down, he sits and watches America soccer, and then my grandma likes Barcelona, and then there's a big there. I don't know how they get along. I don't know. If I dated someone and they were like, the gayest football team in the world is the Patriots, I might commit domestic violence. I don't. How do my grandparents sit with each other and like opposing soccer teams? And I could have got it wrong. Like my grandpa could for Barcelona and my grandma could be for America. But listen, they have the blankets. They wear them on their fucking knees like a regular old person. And they have the candies that if you try to eat, you will die. I don't understand how old people eat these candies. You will die. You walk in with teeth, you walk out, you look like you just left the Jacksonville Jaguars football stadium. There's no way, there's no way around. You look like a New Orleans Saints fan. You know what I mean? Not all the jokes are going to be good. But my grandma, hospital, I'm just waiting my turn. I'm just waiting my turn to go over there. Um, but with this happen, but I'm getting old. The people in my family are getting old. What comes after getting old? Obviously, passing away. And I've gotten in trouble for being insensitive over someone passing away in a previous podcast I did. My friend, and well, I guess acquaintance, friend, passerby, whatever you want to call them, respectful eulogy. But I told a joke in the eulogy, I got in trouble. I'm going to do the same thing to my own grandma when she passes away. I'm not going to be happy about it. Here's what could happen. Here's what could happen. Hold on, I'm going to snort. My grandmother could pass away, and then I could lose my grip on the fabric of my reality and be left with all the regret in the world that I didn't go and see her enough, that I didn't try to talk to her enough. There's just too many people in my family to personalize a visit with my grand. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a Santa Claus when they're fucking visiting kids. He's sitting down and a kid walks up and he sits on Santa's lap and Santa just does everything in his power to not get an erection. You know what I mean? He's like this fucking hot kid. God damn. So, but same thing with my grandparents. Same thing with my grandparents. I don't know what I'm gonna do when they pass away. I don't know how to react to it. I'm not particularly good with loss, even when I could have done better when they were alive. You know, that's I think about it all the time now, and I have crippling guilt. I have crippling guilt for being a horrible son to my parents when I was a teenager. Like I did. There, there's no end when you're old enough to come to terms with like that everyone's just a person in your life. That's when the guilt comes in. Oh, the guilt. I tell you. And that's why I have erectile dysfunction. And I was going to tell you guys about this. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I heard on one of these comedy podcasts, it was Blue Chew, and I was like, Blue Chew, I've noticed my erections have gotten softer. I'm not paid by Blue Chew. I actually paid Blue Chew to give me pills to help me have a stronger wiener. I don't know how many guys are talking about this, and I don't know a lot of guys that are like 39 with a podcast that just like some of the shit we talk about is news, main events, current events. I would like to get to talking about that, but I wanted to share something really personal about my grandma, and then that made me think about my penis and how it works when I'm by myself. But even when I'm by myself, I don't get that like, you know what I mean? And I miss that. And I bought dick pills, and hopefully that will help. But I don't know. It was just, it's not something I want to lose. And even if I have to be dependent on dick pills for the rest of my life, it's the only pill I take other than Tylenol. So I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay. But I've always been someone to get in my head, you know? And when there's a lady around and I'm around, what goes through my head is, I'm going to nail this, but also, please work. Please work. Please God work. Because if God forbid, dude, I think it's maybe happened to me like twice my whole life where I didn't get a boner when I wanted to. And it made me so fucking self-conscious because I know I'm me. There's nothing I can do about me. There's nothing I can do about my fucked up face, but at least my penis works. And we can do enough damage to make someone want to go on another date with us. I don't know about the second date. All bets are off on the second, third date. I can't count on this thing for more than one date because I know my personality is going to ruin it after that. or, or this sex is just going to make you want your ex back because you're like, well, he had veins and you don't have veins anymore. I'm like, I used to have veins. Now the only ones I have are on the temples of my head when I think too hard. God, I wish I had hair. If I had hair, I'm telling you guys, there'd be no hope for you hoes. Actually, that's not true because now I have soft penis. So hopefully now the Blue Chew, you take it and it works. You know what I mean? Here's the thing that I don't like about Blue Chew. You type it into your Google search one time, and now that's all the ads that I get on everything. Does your dick not work? Are you not satisfied? No, that's not. It works, and I am satisfying people. I'm just saying it could be a little harder. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'm just banging people with hollowed out vaginas. I don't know, but I want to keep my side of the street clean. I don't want to start blaming vaginas for me not having the hardest dick that I could possibly have. And here's the thing that I don't like, dude. There's no shame in like when your mind and your body don't align and like you can't do a certain thing or something happen. Like thank God I still get erections and can still bang people. Thank the good Lord. But we could do better, right? We could do better. Women deserve better. People deserve better. My hand deserves better. Even when I'm like by myself, I'm like my hand. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing wrong? Why? Shame on you. Let's go watch Seinfeld. And then I get hard because George's fucking head is. But yeah, Blue Chew. That's the one I picked. I don't know. Maybe people have to do it eventually. I know 25-year-olds. I work at a restaurant bar. I serve primarily and I bartend here and there. It used to be the other way around. It's not anymore. It is what it is. I have a better schedule. I make more money. I'm happy. I work with I have hosts. We have 18-year-old hosts. I have 25 to 45-year-old servers. Maybe some are even above that. And then bartenders are all in their 30s. So I've gone out with almost every single person that I work with. And like, I don't know how it gets brought up, but like with some of the younger ones that are out dating, they're like, oh, we just go get a pack of rhinos and we go pick some chicks up. I'm like, what the fuck is a rhino? I guess it's a dick pill. People just take these things. They just take them because I guess there's no shame in it anymore. And I didn't know I'm late to the party. I'm late to the party, but I need them. I actually like, I might need them. I'm going down a trajectory now where like I'm not really looking at porn anymore because like once I started to like have a softer penis, I was like, I'm not looking at porn anymore. And I'm not going to be jerking off as much because I would like to unlearn this if I could. Maybe I don't have a realistic depiction of what sex is supposed to look like or what people are supposed to look like. So I don't know. I was trying to mold my brain. I don't know. I'm trying to actively not be a piece of shit. I'm not going to blame someone for being ugly or fat or stupid or dumb because I have a soft penis. I don't know. They're just not, I don't know. I don't know how many people are telling you this on the podcast, but you heard it here first. Taylor complains of a soft penis. We're fix it though. We're gonna fix it. It's not all soft. It's not all soft. What else we have? Josh says that 28 years later is better than the Bone Temple, the sequel to 28 years later. Let me take a sip real quick. Josh, who you may or may not know, his name is horribly opinionated. I was on his podcast. We talked about ghosts and how I don't believe them. And now Josh is back saying that 28 years later is better than the Bone Temple. Josh, I don't know where Josh buys the crack that he does. I don't know if he gets it from a doctor prescribed, or I don't know if he buys it from someone on the corner of Baltimore Boulevard outside of where the Ravens lose football games. But that's the most insane thing that I've ever heard somebody say. It is the most insane thing that I've heard anybody say. 28 years later, 20 years later was like if somebody read a poem and then wrote a movie about that poem and then got every member of My Chemical Romance to direct that movie. It was crap. Bone Temple, amazing. There's like a weird Iron Maiden reenactment in that. Run for the Hills. Wait, no, it was Mark of the Beast. And that was wild. It was all about the doctor and Samson, and Samson's dong was not in it at all. So that was just thank you. Hold on. No, I don't want that. Sorry. People are giving shifts away. I need more shifts because I have a tattoo problem, as you can see. Um, but yeah, it's about a doctor and a zombie, and the doctor finding the cure for the zombie. All the while, there's a little kid, Spike, who's, dad cheats on the mom, dad died, whatever. Listen, you only cheat if they get fat. Um, so that this is the Spike, the kid, he's coming. He meets the doctor. Spike runs from zombies. The dad dies. The kid gets picked up by this weird clan of people who are Satanists looking for old Nick or old Neck. Old Nick or old Neck. I don't know. They're fucking British. It's probably. Hold on, I gotta do it again. So they're looking for old Nick, Satan, and it's like a battle. I don't know. Hold on. Let me collect my thoughts real quick. They're looking for old Nick, who they call Satan, and they skin people alive because Satan tells them to do it. They pillage and they SA people. I don't know. I haven't seen them SA people, but like they're just like little ninja kids, and it was a great movie. It was a great movie. It was paced better. It had more depth. I liked it. There's a little bit of a zombie aspect to it, not a lot, but whatever, dude. They Walking Deaded it, deaded it. They Walking Dead it. They they made the movie more human centric than zombie centric. And it worked because they focused on how horrible the humans were and they were literally skinning people alive. Someone got crucified upside down. The whole movie was nuts. But it was great. I loved it. It's exactly what I wanted 20 years later to be. 20 years later was like a family drama. And then it was there's a baby that happened and that horseshit. A baby that happened. And the end of the Bone Temple, it all goes all the way back to 28 years late, 28 days later. You know what I mean? You got, room for a sequel. So I liked it. Josh, you're insane. I don't know how you fucking sleep at night. Let's see here. Rampage Jackson videos online are my favorite thing in the entire world because people call it, I guess Rampage Jackson, old UFC fighter, right? He I don't know what's going on with me today. I just had soup. Uh Rampage Jackson is a ex UFC fighter. He is now on Twitch or on Kick, and he does live streams of everywhere he goes. And people torment this guy, dude. They put AI videos of like him and Diddy, and they call him Diddy Booty Jackson. And now Rampage is getting it in public. Now people are like, "What's up, DBJ?" It's like DBJ, and they're like Diddy Booty Jackson. He's like, "God damn, I'm not fucking Diddy Booty." Like he'll read something, and they'll 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 The people on his streams will take pictures of Rampage Jackson and like put him on like a Majin Buu's body and then put an N instead of the M. I I don't support making fun of black people. I really don't. But this is some of the fucking funniest shit I've had. This might be like a mild internal racism. It's so funny, dude. It's so fun. And like it seems like he's having fun with it, even though he gets mad. But every time he gets mad, he reads the comment. He's like, "I did not fuck R. Kelly in his ass," and like, it's just, dude. It's so you could write anything to this guy, and he will read it back. He'll be like, "I did not do that. I did not. I'm not SpongeBob." Like it, dude. It's the funniest thing that I've seen or heard in a long time. The Beartooth guy, for those of you who don't know, there's a band, it's very terrible. A very, very fucking terrible band. Not heavy enough. They're called Beartooth. They just came out with a song. It sucks ass. It's called Free. The lead singer wore a crop top, and people are giving him shit, making fun of him, calling him gay. It is gay to wear a crop top as a man. It's, it's a shirt. You don't even have the shirt. I don't, mildly gay. But there's nothing wrong with being gay, right? Nothing wrong. Well, nobody cares. It's gay. 2026, just be happy, dude. But you singing that music, you wearing a crop top, just tell us that you're gay. I don't know. Just I'm gay, and then everybody stops. Then the speculation stops, and they're like, why's your music fucking suck now? Oh, like, I don't know. I don't know. We gotta should at least he wasn't wearing sandals, right? Could you imagine a man crop top and sandals? I'm gonna leave you to think about that for 1 second. Just so much shame. I don't know. I don't know why we make fun of dudes for wearing crop tops. I, should we make fun of dudes for wearing crop tops? Yes. I don't know why though. Why do we hate it so much? Am I insecure in my masculinity? Is that why I make fun of other men in sandals and crop tops? I've already told you that I had to buy some Blue Chew. So that's announced on a public platform that people listen to. 300 listens a month. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know how we got here. For me, that's amazing. I don't other people, ooh, that's not a lot. Go fuck yourself. Thankful for all 300 of you. Um, but yeah, we're making fun of people wear crop tops, but your music sucks ass. I don't know. I don't know. I think you kind of deserve it a little bit and kind of ask for it. It's it's very attention seeking, you know? Should people be able to dress however they want? Yes. But also, if you draw attention to yourself, you should be able to tell a joke or two, right? I should be able to tell a joke or two. It's my opinion. Rosemary the pole dancer? I don't know why that's on here. Hot lady. Oh, insane. But I don't know why that's on here. I don't know why I wrote that. War with Iran. We're at war with Iran now. Now we're at war with Iran. Um, Makes me sad because no new wars was like the fourth thing that people voted on when they voted for this guy, and now we're going to war with another country. Not only are we going to war with another country, we're helping a shitty country go to war with another shitty country. I don't. Can we bomb Israel afterwards? People bug me all the time, like Israel or Palestine. I think they both suck because they're both committing war crimes against each other. Obviously, Israel's bigger, more formidable. They're doing shittier things, but fucking Gaza's still doing shitty stuff. All right, go fuck yourself. I don't think we should be at war, but Iran has weapons. They're 2 weeks away from developing nuclear weapons. Uh, how do you know that? Where's your proof? I don't know. Why? And why can't, when we bomb someone, why is there always collateral damage and why is it always, oh, we can commit war crimes and it's fine? Why is that okay? We just blew up a school. I don't understand what the purpose of that was. I heard 50 casualties. I've heard up to 156 casualties of girls, little fucking, little towel, little girls. Why are we blowing up? It's a comedy podcast. Go fuck yourself. Um, why are we blowing up girls? Why are we doing that? I don't I don't understand. None of this makes sense to me. You know, fucking that doesn't make sense. And you get rid of Christy Nome. You got rid of her. She's no longer the Secretary of Homeland Security. But are you bringing in someone better, or is this fucking another warmonger that wants to just decorate the streets of the United States with unsanctioned police? I don't, whatever you want to call them, ICE agents, unsanctioned. They're unsanctioned police officers. That's all they are. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's weird. I think we look like the bad guys. I think we look like the bullies. I think we have nuclear weapons. North Korea has nuclear weapons. Why can't Iran have nuclear? I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm not a political expert. I read articles for a week in preparation for this podcast, and then I get on here and I just, yeah. Most of it's about my feelings. Most of it's just like, these are my feelings. Good luck telling me those are wrong. Good luck. I saw Scream 7. I didn't like it. I think that Melissa Barrera, obviously, you know what I mean? She got the shit end of the stick. She just shared an opinion. But she can rejoice in knowing that that fucking movie sucked ass. It was so bad. The kills were cool. And the opening was very cliche. And then you have an end with a reveal. It might be one of the worst reveals I've ever seen. When they announced the killers, god damn it. It did make me think of Scary Movie 2, though. In Scary Movie 2, they go to a house, a mansion, and people start dying. Uh, there's a lady, and she's in leather pants the entire time. I jacked off to that 70 times as a kid. 70 times. I just wanted you guys to know that. It's Trump's in the Epstein files a lot. It's, I'm gonna buy I think he's just doing everything he can to not go to jail. That's what I think. That's what it looks like to me. Nobody wants the war. Now gas prices are up. So we got more expensive gas, we got expensive groceries, rent's expensive. We got ICE just going brown, jail. You know, and now we're at war. So how are we doing with the administration? How are we doing? Who's still happy? Who's still proud to be a maggot? Should put an F, place that F, M with an F. That's what you are. God damn it, dude. And you know what I mean? That's not even a gay slur to me anymore. Like, it's never been a gay slur when you call someone that. That just means you are lame. Lame motorcycle rider. That's what that means. South Park taught me etiquette and vernacular. Let's see here. I agree with women's issues, but why is it so annoying to hear them talk? I wrote this. I was having a conversation with my friend Caitlin, and hearing her talk about women's issues was fucking so annoying. I agree with women's issues. The women's right to choose, women's right to feel safe, the women's right to, she should be able to walk to her car at night and not feel oppressed by men or the threat of men. Like, that sucks. That obviously sucks. But hearing some dudes talk about feminism, you just want to fuck these chicks. And seeing some of the like women talk about this and the way that it's spun, men are evil, men are this, dude. It just, like, it's so annoying. Like, I'll be like, oh, like, I know when this conversation is about to happen because I feel my eyes roll into the back of my head. Oh, like, I agree with you, but why is it so fucking annoying to hear people talk about it? Why? I have no idea why. This is an honest to God question because I agree with the ideals, like your body, your choice, all of that shit I agree with. But like your signs and shit and your blue haircut, my body, my fuck, dude, I gotta get as far away from that as humanly possible. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I can tell you. I'm sure there's somebody listening that's like, you're a pig. You, I agree with you. Even on the fact that I'm a pig, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Feminism is an important issue. Dude, it just, for whatever reason, I hear, like, my body, I just, like, I agree. High five. I hope they sign in everything that helps you into legislation. But I also hope that I never have to hear a fucking a crew cut, like, blue haired tank top lady with a bullhorn, like, "Mad patriarchy." Like, I hope Jesus Christ, I don't. God knows I agree with that lady. God bless her. I agree with everything you're saying, but just you got to get a better representative. You really do. You really do. Because the people that are out there talking about it are some of the most annoying broads I've ever heard in my life. Just like crows on a telephone pole. Just eh, eh. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I agree, though. I agree. I agree with everything that you say about that issue. It's becoming illegal to criticize ICE. Oh yeah, this podcast might be illegal. I was informed that people cannot talk badly about ICE on public forums anymore. I don't know. I have heard that ICE has sex with animals, though. I have heard that some of the men that are a part of ICE, they like to they like to grab dogs and cats by their legs and pull their legs apart and then enter their back with their penis. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. I read it in the Bible. Um, my cat just got spayed, and she's been just absolutely comatose for the last like 2 weeks. Today she's been a menace, but there's no cone on her today. She's running around, having a good time, and her brother saw that she didn't have a cone on and beat the shit out of her. Dude, I've had to involve myself in like two Donnybrooks today. Three Donnybrooks between these two fucking cats. And it's kind of Brody's fault because Walter will just walk up and she'll just swat at his head. Kind of your fault though, Brew. It is kind of her fault. She swats at his head, and then of course he gets upset. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for being vulnerable with me this week. We were still funny. We were still funny. We still got to it. We still did what we needed to do. But fuck you, Josh.